Morning everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new day. It is Wednesday morning and it is 9:36. So Gypsy and I have been outside for a little bit now and it's beautiful outside. It is close to 80 degrees, but we're in the garage so we're shaded, and it is sunny, so it is hot in the sun, but it's just so peaceful sitting here and just enjoying the backyard and the birds and watching butterflies fly around and the squirrels and just taking it all in. I don't really have much to talk about, or really anything, but I did want to come on and ask for prayers from all of you for our friend Lily, who has been watching the channel for a very long time, comments all the time, and we message outside of YouTube as well. Lily just found out her father has 6 months or less to live. So if I could ask for prayers from all of you for Lily and her family, and that her father is just in peace and without pain with the time he has left on this earth. So prayers go out to you and your family, Lily. I pray that it's a peaceful time for your father and for you and your family. And if you all can just give Lily your prayers. So yeah, I just wanted to go over that. And remember, now that it's July, I can't believe it's July already. And now the when I used to go to the morning pantry on Thursdays is now an afternoon pantry on Wednesdays. So it'll be like touch and go whether I can go or not. So we'll just have to see what happens. If I don't go, I don't go. If I can go, then I'll go. So the pantry is open till 1:30, and again she says come after 12 because then the pantry is freshly stocked and that's the best time to come. So it doesn't mean I'll get more because you're still limited to the amount of items you can get from sections. So it doesn't mean I'll bring home more if I do go. It just means there will be more stuff stocked in the pantry. So we'll see if I go. Obviously if I go, I'll have a haul for you. Watching Chippy eat sunflower seeds right here. I pour some right here so he can come and get them. But there's so many blue jays and cardinals and everything flying around. So yeah, I don't really have nothing to talk about. I just kind of want to enjoy being out here right now. So, all right. So I will see you guys in a bit. And if I do go to the pantry, you'll obviously know because I'll be recording it. And so I will see you guys in a bit. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a new day. It is July 3rd. It's Thursday. Tomorrow is the 4th already. I can't believe it. This summer is going by so fast. So I have some errands to run today, getting stuff for the 4th. And I usually don't do that until the day before the 4th because some stuff will just sit there until the 4th and I don't want it to dry out or go bad or whatever. So I have to go to Piggly Wiggly for restaurant steaks for Glenn. I already have brats in the freezer and hot dog buns. Well, I'll take out tonight. And I have to go to Kohl's to do an Amazon return. I have to go to Meijer next door. I forgot for what. So Piggly Wiggly, Kohl's, Meijer, and then I have to go to Westside Bakery for rolls for Glenn's restaurant steaks, and then I think that's it. So for tomorrow We'll be making restaurant steaks, brats, a little bit of potato salad, and corn on the cob. So that's going to be our 4th of July food. I'll probably make some jello as well. And it's going to be hot tomorrow and humid. So I'm going to turn you around so we can get going. And I thought, I really don't have anything to talk about. I just been in that mode lately. But I thought I'd just kind of tell you about some of our past 4th of Julys. And I'm talking with Glenn and I, not my childhood, but both with us. So turn you around and we'll get going. Alright, so we're going to head to the pig first, since that's the only place in that direction, and they don't sell restaurant steaks at every store here, so he likes them from the pig. They sell them at the Piggly Wiggly, Festival Foods, and that's pretty much it for the stores. So speaking of stores, some of you have let me know that Pick and Save is closing some of their stores. I don't know if I even touched on that or not, but yes, I did look it up, and the 5 stores they're closing in Wisconsin right now are in the Milwaukee area, which is south of us. So our Pick and Save is safe right now. Hopefully it stays safe, because I get some really good deals there. They have really good digital coupons sometimes, and the 5 for 5 or buy 5 save 5. So I'm hoping they don't close our store eventually. So what are you all doing for the 4th? Drop it down in the comments. What are you doing? Well, as you know, it's just Glenn and I. And so this is the only thing I'm going to say about Glenn. Please don't ask me anything else. He is not outside. And most likely will not be outside this summer. So that's all I'll say about that. I know you guys miss him, and I know you want to see him, but that's all I'm going to give you right now, okay? Yeah, so all of our 4th of Julys, and I'll say previous to us buying this house, we were always out and about on the 4th of July. We always went fishing or something. The first year I got here, that first 4th of July, it was a family thing, back when the family was talking to each other still. But his sister, who lives right around the corner from us, and they are not on speaking terms, or we are not on speaking terms after, well, I won't get into that, but but his sister in my first year, her and her husband had the 4th of July gathering at their house, which they always usually had the holiday gatherings, Thanksgiving, Christmas. But the first year we spent there, you know, we fried out or grilled out, barbecued, whatever you want to call it. And at night, so here in our town, on the night before the 4th, which will happen tonight, I think it's still happening, our town at the marina, so we live right near Lake Michigan, they have what they call a boat regatta, and folks basically build a boat decorated in patriotic colors and such, and they go out in the water, and they're all like lit up. So they do that on the night of July 3rd, and we used to actually go watch it. I might have even got pictures one time, but we haven't been to that in years. even before we even bought the house. So the day of the 4th, the city here has a big 4th of July party at the South Pier. Yeah, I think it's at the South Pier. And, you know, there's vendors, there's food, drinks, everything. There's everything. It's just a big, humongous gathering at the South Pier. And Glenn and I, when he was a little more mobile, this is when we had our previous place that we lived at. He was a little more mobile. He could get up in the truck and we always drove around. But what we always used to do is people watch. So we would park somewhere for the longest time. We'd have our food and snacks and drinks in the truck already. So we would park and people watch. So this 4th of July party at the South Pier, we used to park there. He wasn't able to walk that much. And so we used to go and park, sit in the truck. We had our food and everything. We always took our food and drinks and snacks. But we would go to the party, park the truck, and people watch all day long. Yep. And we actually stayed there. It was something to do because where we lived at that time, it was a side by side, and we didn't have a yard or anything. So there was nothing to do there. So we always were out and about. So I'm at the pig now. I will be back and we'll continue on with our story as we run our errands. Alright everyone, so I am done in Piggly Wiggly, and actually besides the restaurant steaks, everything else is produce. So just kind of stocked up on some produce. Taking a drink of my sweet tea here. Alright, so now we're going to go to Meijer. And oh, I remembered what else I was going to Meijer for. I was going to check out their deli lunch meat, so we could use some lunch meat. All right, let's head out. So it is 10 after 10 in the morning right now. It's let me get a temperature for you. It's supposed to be lower temperatures today, but we've already got humidity, a little bit of humidity in the air. 71 feels like 76, and the dew point is 64, so it's climbing a little bit. Not too bad yet. Honestly, the sun has been stronger than anything so far. Alright, so now let's get going. Yeah, the high today was only supposed to be 70, but if we get any kind of dew point, it's going to be a lot higher than that. So I was starting to tell you about how we parked and people watched at the big 4th of July party at the South Pier. And I'll finish that, but I'll go back to my first year here. So this in particular wasn't my first year here. Us parking and people watching. That came a couple years later. So yeah, we parked there. We went there all day long. We people watched from the truck, and then we actually stayed for the fireworks show, which was I think it started like at 9 o'clock at night. And I have to admit, whoever they hired to put on a fireworks show does a great job. The finale is just amazing. So yeah, that's how we spent one of our 4th of Julys. And again, we lived in a side-by-side with we didn't have a yard or a garage or anything. So we always were out and about. So going back to my first 4th of July here, As I said, we went to his sister's for the gathering, had food and all that stuff. Later in the afternoon, when we were all done eating and done gathering, we all packed up and went to the South Pier for the fireworks show. So we all met up at the South Pier and hung out there for a while until the fireworks started, and watched. That was my I think pretty much that was my very first big fireworks show. And it was so cool. The finale was so cool. I'd never seen a finale like that. So yeah, that's what we did on our very first 4th of July together. My first 4th of July here in Wisconsin. Yeah, so mainly all the other 4ths, I don't really recall what we did at night. Oh, there was one. This was an awesome one. So we always used to just go fishing during the daytime on the 4th. And we were fishing at Elkhart Lake, which is kind of a ritzy town. It's a town. It's not big city. It's a town, but it's kind of ritzy. But they have a lake there, and we were catching largemouth bass there. And we were parked in the little parking lot there, and we were fishing. It was a little, I wouldn't even say it was a bridge, it was a concrete slab, and we found some largemouth bass there that we could catch from shore. So during the day we went fishing, and we were just hammering largemouth bass, and it's just for fun. We weren't keeping anything because we just liked that tug on the line, then that fight on the line. So we were just having a good time. And then I don't know if this was the day of the 4th or the day before, because certain towns do their fireworks on different days. This might have been the day before the 4th. I don't remember for sure. And so we were fishing, and we figured, oh, let's just hang out here. We might have just went and got something to eat and then came back, because where we were at, you could see the fireworks show that the city of Elkhart Lake put on. And so we got our spot there, right there on the concrete slab where we were fishing. We sat there and watched the fireworks that night. It was really nice. It was just so many memories we have built over the years or created. But yeah, those were some of the 4ths that I remember. There were other 4ths where we went to go watch fireworks, like at a place in Cascade. There's a lake there called Lake Ellen. But in the town of Cascade, they did fireworks, so we went and parked there one year and went and watched the fireworks there. We just kind of went, all over and watched fireworks from different places, and we drive through where they have like 4th of July parades. So yeah, there was a lot of years. We had a lot of fun. In the later years, actually more so once we bought the house, our 4th of Julys have been mainly spent at home. And as the years go by, you just don't want to be amongst the crowd anymore. And once we bought the house, we didn't really park anywhere to people watch, because we had somewhere to be. We had a garage, we had a yard. I think we used to do that because there was nowhere else to be but inside the house where we lived. There was nothing else to do. So once we bought the house, why would we go park somewhere and watch people when we have a house here, a yard, and a garage to hang out at? So, we just spent our 4th of Julys at home after that. We never went back to the fireworks show, but because it was just too crowded for us. The older we got, we could tolerate the crowds less, and so we just stayed home. You know, we would usually grill out and just eat at home. And that's what we do today, is we just grill out and eat at home and hang out at home. Especially now we have Gypsy, and I don't remember how she reacted to the fireworks last year. I think she might have reacted to the loud noises, and because she barks, you know, she has to check it out when there's loud noises. She's a dog. But honestly, we just love spending time with our fur babies. We'd rather do that than be amongst the crowd. I just saw a dragonfly. And Meyer is getting a little crowded now. This is why I wanted to go now, because I told Glenn I want to go now and do all this before the crowds really get heavier as the day goes on. So, alright, so I'm going to go in Meyer, get a couple of things, and head over to Kohl's, which is across the way over there.